Hello there. Today's video is on CSS, specifically the color property. So I've got this page with 3 paragraphs on it, and here's the HTML and CSS. And the color property is just going to affect the text. So let's go ahead and put a P. And you don't have to put it on the paragraph. You can put it on a div or whatever, but just know that it's just going to affect the text inside of whatever HTML tag you specify. So we can pick colors such as green, and we do that, and bam, we got green text. Let's a little small. Let's do a font size of let's say 40 pixels. Yeah, that's pretty large. So you can do green. There's even more specific colors such as dark green, and the colors even get more specific than that with let's move the mouse out of the way. Forest green. There's really crazy colors like medium violet red, which doesn't even make sense to me, a colorblind guy, but medium violet red, and this one I had to write down, chartreuse. And really I had no idea what color that was going to be because I'm a guy. So you can do specific color names. There's a whole list of them of I think like 50 colors that you can do. There's also hex codes, which is where I tend to lean towards more of a hex code. So the first 2 digits of a hexadecimal code tend to be how much red is in there. So you have red, green, and blue codes. So we'll do so for red, we'll actually just put on, say, 45 units of red. For green, we'll do 0 units of green, and we'll do 45 units of blue. So save that and refresh, and we come up with that color. You can actually go where zeros are no colors, so black, or full on, which will be white. So let's say we do red, and that's red, and green, and then blue. Now you may be saying to yourself, this is a number, hexadecimal number actually, so why are there F's in it? Well, hexadecimal numbers actually run from 0 through 9, just like our regular decimal numbers, and then they go A through F. Because it's a base 16 counting system, it has 6 additional numbers, which are represented by the A through F, and then you get 10 through 19, just like normal, and then 18 through F-teen, and then you hit 20 through 29, 20A through 20F, blah blah blah. And that's how hexadecimal codes work. And you can mix up colors. Say for example you want to make let's say FF8800. I think that'll actually make a brown. Well, make that. Wait, I think I got it backwards. 88FF00 should make the brown. It's ugly. But you can play with this. There's a whole website actually for making these colors, and that I like using a lot. So let's do and it's colorlovers.com, spelled with a U. So remember that, Americans. It's a great little website for picking out little colors. Go on your own time. So let's go back here and start looking at other colors. If the hexadecimal system's a little bit complex, you can actually do RGB, red, green, blue, the same thing, but it's going to take the numbers 0 through 255. So there's 256 different combinations. So you can actually do 255, 0, 0. Save that, and that'll be red. 0, 255, 0. Green, 0, 0, 255, blue, or some combination thereof, whatever that is. but that's RGB. You can also do RGBA for alpha. So it's the same idea. You can do a comma 0, comma 255, and then do 0.5, and that'll make it 50% transparent, as opposed to 0.0, which makes it completely transparent. Or I think you can just put a 1 in there to make it full on. Yeah. Or a 0.80 for 80%. Let's try a 0.75. Let's try making a real color here. One that's easier to see. Oh, that's white. So let's make black. There we go. And we lower this to 0.5. It'll be somewhat see-through. 0.25, even more see-through. So it'll give it a ghost effect. Say 0.10. It'll be barely visible at that point. So anyway, that's the RGBA, and the A stands for alpha. So let's go ahead and erase that out of there. And the final one is a completely weird one. It's the HSL property. And we need parentheses and then semicolon. So this is actually going to involve what's known as a color wheel. So based on, let's open up this image I've downloaded. Open up. There we go. I'm just not patient enough. Based on whatever degree you specify. So if you specify 0 degrees, it's going to be red. If you specify 120 degrees, it's going to be green. 240 will be blue. 360 is red because it goes all the way around. Ironically, if you specify 480, it'll just go back down to green. So those percentages are actually the first number in the HSL opportunity, HSL property. Sorry. So you can do 120, comma, and then you do 0 to 100%. That's the saturation. So let's go for 100%, whatever color that is, and then how much lightness. So we're going to have 0% light. Save that and refresh. There we go. That's full on black. If I do a 50% light, there you go. Or a 0% lightness. Or how about a 1% lightness? Yeah, so it depends on how light it is. 75. How light's that wind up being? There you go. You can also do how much color's in there. So let's put in 99. Let's put in let's just do a 0.5. 0.5. Sorry, 50%. Yeah, there we go. That's green. So then how much, the middle number is actually how much saturation shows up. So if you do a 0%, it should come out kind of gray. Yeah. And then if you put in a 50%, it'll come out in the middle between greenish gray. And then if you do 75%, it'll come out more green. And as I said, the 120 is green. Let's do a 240, which should be blue. Yeah. And then either 0 degrees, red, 360. There you go. And 420 will spin all the way back around. So anyway, the colors I'm not good with, but just know the color wheel right there is whatever degree you specify in a clockwise fashion. So spinning around this way. That's why green is 120. And you can go in the middle. So for example, let's see, 120 and 240. So that would actually be 180 right in the middle. Yeah. Or 240, so 300 would be in the middle of the other colors. go. And you can play with this as much as you want. Honestly, my opinion is just go with either the basic colors of, red or dark khaki, or even a nice burly wood. Or there's one color I want to try, Peru. I don't know what color that's going to be, but anyway. Or you can just go with hex codes with ever how much red, and then green, and then ever how much blue you want. Alright, well that's the color property, setting color on text. Hopefully you've learned something from this, and thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the experience of this tutorial, why not share it with your friends?